This video explores sampling methods in communication research. Your choice of a sampling method depends on representativeness, that is, how well your sample serves as an unbiased estimator of the population it represents. For surveys, the best sample is one in which every member of the population has an equal probability of being selected for the sample. With a sufficient sample size, the likelihood that a random sample will represent a population is very high, though not a certainty. Most random samples require a sampling frame, simply a list of people in the population from which the sample is drawn. Obtaining a list is not easy, especially for a very large sample, like the United States, so you may need to choose random clusters and subclusters to arrive at a random location for which a list is available. Using the list by numbering the members and randomly choosing numbers is called simple random sampling. Choosing names at intervals from the list is called systematic sampling. If you worry that subgroups based on race or gender might not be proportionally represented, you can use stratified random sampling, where participants are pre-sorted by category and drawn by quota. The best non-random sample is one where you use a quota to simulate random selection, thereby ensuring representativeness. Quota samples got a bad reputation in 1948 when polls used census data from 1940 to construct the sampling frames and the quotas. The method was not the problem. It was a defective list given the upheavals of World War II. Quota samples are certainly better than convenience samples, where you choose those who are readily available. If you are doing an exploratory study, like the class project in this course, convenience samples are fine. If you decide you want to study only a subpopulation, you can use known group sampling, also called purposive sample or a judgment sample. In effect, you are admitting that you only want to represent a subgroup. For online surveys, a self-selected sample, also known as a volunteer sample, is justified when the number of potential participants is fairly small. If the participants are additionally hard to locate, you can use snowball sampling, where you first find a few participants and then ask each of them for help locating other members of a subgroup that might be secretive. Each method of sampling comes with unique advantages and disadvantages for you to consider. In the professional world of research, random samples are typically worshipped as being pure. But lately we are seeing a trend toward paid panels of participants who can be used over and again because of their high cooperation rate and representativeness. In this course, you would do well to understand sampling, but be realistic about improving upon the use of a convenience sample because of its practical availability. That concludes this discussion of sampling. See you next time.